Good morning, all of you. Welcome back to the today's session. That is high calorific value and low calorific value. That is in unit number 4, fuel technology. And the contents and objectives of today's session: introduction to the HCV and LCV, followed by problems using Dulong's formula. So this is the content which we are going to discuss. And the outcomes of this session: student easily able to learn about what is a high calorific value, that is HCV, and a low calorific value, that is LCV, and followed by problems related to calorific value easily solved by using Dulong's formula. Okay, let's entering into the introduction. So earlier session we talk about what is a fuel and classification of fuel, as well as uh, calorific value and units of calorific value. See, if you carefully observe, calorific value means when a unit mass of burn, the total amount of heat is released. That is called as calorific value. So that is measured in different 4 units like calorie, kilocalorie, British thermal unit, and centigrade heat unit. Right. So here, when we talk about HCV, that is high calorific value, this is also called as GCV, gross calorific value. There is no difference between these two: high calorific value or gross calorific value, that is total calorific value. So the total amount of heat produced when unit mass of fuel has been burned completely and product of the combustion have been cooled down room temperature is known as higher or gross calorific value. So that means what? You take known amount of fuel and burn completely in a chamber, and products of the combustion have been cooled down. So what are the products that are formed when you burn unit, that is known amount unit mass of fuel? So you know very well, when a fuel is burned, so that means fuel is burned with the supplying of oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide, right? Why? Because fuel is mainly constituent by carbon. So carbon react with oxygen to forms carbon dioxide. So those products have been cooled down at room temperature. So when you cool down those products, you just measure how much amount of heat is produced. The total is called as higher or gross calorific value. So if you carefully observe, fuel fuel is a combusting material, carbon as a main constituent, not total constituent, main constituent. That means here another elements also constituent as in the fuel, right? So the next highest contribution, not contribution, constituting or containing in fuel is hydrogen. So that is why usually all fuels contain some hydrogens, and when the calorific value of hydrogen containing fuel is determined experimentally, the hydrogen is converted into steam. If the products of combustion are condensed to room temperature, like 15 degrees centigrade or 60 degrees Fahrenheit, the latent heat of condensation of steam also get included in the measured heat. So which is then called higher calorific value. So Here, the total meaning of this paragraph, what actually happened is, if the hydrogen present in the fuel, so that is react with oxygen to forms automatically water, H2O. That is called latent heat or steam. So the steam also consumes some heat energy. So we need to calculate that heat energy also. That is called as higher calorific value, right? So this is generally we term it as a HCV or GCV, high calorific value or gross calorific value. And next one, NCV, net calorific value or LCV, low calorific value. See, you know very well, we can't stop the flow of heat. So you know very well, heat is exchanged their surroundings. Not only that, here we already discussed in above, if hydrogen present in the fuel may be formed water. So that water or steam also consumes some energy. So remaining energy is called as lower or net calorific value. The remaining energy. So we can define as like this. The net heat produced when unit mass of fuel is burned completely and products are permitted to escape is known as lower. So what are the products that are formed by burning of unit amount of fuel? So we need to permit the escape. For example, steam formed. So steam absorbs some heat energy. So we need to permit that escape energy. So remaining energy is called as net or lower calorific value. So it actually uses of any fuel, the water vapor of moisture, already said that, are not condensed and escape as such as along with hot combustion gases. Hence, a lesser amount of heat is available. Alternately, net or lower calorific value, LCV or NCV. So here, what I am trying to explain to you, some of heat is escaped by the permit of products that are found by fuel. So the remaining total heat produced from when unit mass of fuel is burned, that is called as lower or net calorific value. So that LCV is equal to HCV minus latent heat of water vapor form, right? So what actually here, so LCV means lower calorific value is equal to, so here the permitted escaped heat is from total calorific value. That is why here HCV minus latent heat of water vapor formed, that is equal to LCV. So that LCV is equal to HCV minus mass of hydrogen into 9 into latent heat of steam. That is the exact formula of low calorific value. So here what is 9 and what is latent heat of steam? So experiment to prove that the 1 part by mass of hydrogen produced 9 parts by mass of water. The latent heat of steam is 587 kilocalories per kg or 1060 British thermal unit LB, 1 LB, 1B. of water vapor formed at room temperature. So that is why here LCV is equal to HCV minus mass of hydrogen into 9 into latent heat of steam. So we can write 587 kilocalories per kg in the place of latent heat of steam. Okay, right? So that the formula is equal to LCV is equal to HCV minus mass of hydrogen into 9 into 587 kilocalories per kg. Right? That is called as lower calorific value LCV or net calorific value, that is NCV. And problems using Dulong's formula. So the Dulong's formula can be write like this: GCV, that is gross calorific value, or HCV, is equal to 1 by 100 bracket 80,000, sorry, 8,080 into carbon, that is C, plus 34,500 bracket H minus O divided by A, that is not 0, this is O. O for oxygen, H for hydrogen. H minus O divided by A bracket close plus 2,240 into S, here S for sulfur. So this is the Dulong's formula, right? By using this formula, we can calculate calorific value of some of the problems. Let us observe one problem, that is calculate the gross and net calorific value of coal having following composition. So these are the following composition present in the coal. So we need to calculate gross calorific value as well as net calorific value. So GCV and NCV, we need to calculate both by following composition, like carbon is 87%, hydrogen is 5%, sulfur is 0.5%, nitrogen is 0.5%, oxygen is 3%, ash is 4%, and latent heat of steam is 587 calories per gram. If suppose here kilocalories per kg, we can also replace both two. If you write calories, we need to mention grams. If you write kilocalorie, we need to mention kilograms, right? So this is the problem. So we are going to solve this by using Dulong's formula. So this is the data. I can write again here. This is the data and this is the Dulong's formula. So that is 1 by 100. So 880 into C plus 34500 H minus oxygen divided by 8 plus 2240 into S. So right. So substitute all the values in those formula. So 1 by 100. So 8080 into C. C for carbon. So what is the composition of the carbon percentage here? 87, right? 87 plus 3450, right? And H, that means hydrogen percentage 5, and O means oxygen. So oxygen percentage 3 by 8 plus 2240 into 0.5. That means sulfur percentage is 0.5 percentage, right? So we can substitute all the values from the data and we just simplify it. You just calculate it. The answer is 8636.425 kilocalories per kg, or you can write calories per grams. No problem, it seems. You can write kilocalories per kg or calories per grams. So you just simplify it. Okay, you can easily get this answer. So up to now we can calculate only GCV, that is gross calorific value, but in the problem, so we need to calculate net calorific value also, that is called as low calorific value. So the formula of low calorific value is equal to, earlier said that LCV is equal to HCV minus mass of hydrogen into 9 into latent heat of steam. We just replace all the values in this formula. So that is called GCV minus 0.09 H into 587 kilocalories per kg, right? Next. So you just replace all the values. So GCV is equal to, that means gross calorific value, that is called 8636.425 kilocalories per kg. I am right here, and minus 0.09 into, here H means 5. The percentage of hydrogen is equal to 5%. 5 into 587. You just simply calculate. The answer is 8372.275 kilocalories per kg. So that is the process how the calculate GCV and LCV. Okay, GCV also called as HCV, LCV also called as NCV, right? Hope you understand how to solve the calorific value of a sum by using Dulong's formula, right? You go to self-assessment. So what is HCV and LCV? You just also learn difference between HCV and LCV, and you just remember Dulong's formula so that you can easily solve the calorific value problems. Okay, thanking you.